Today on CWN, FCCLA had a competition.
And we have a few labs to cover. I'm Maddie.
And I'm James, and today is Tuesday, February 4th, 2025.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
FCCLA had a competition last Friday. We spoke to several attendees and Coach Luna about the event and how they did.
Hi, I'm Bianca. Today I'm here with Elsa and Analia. So I heard you guys went somewhere. Where'd you go?
Last Friday we went to the American Bank Center and we participated in a FCCLA UIL competition, and we had to make poster boards, and our poster boards were the trifolds.
And you had the board?
Yeah, I did mine on community service, and the other one was on family is important. For community service, we did 5 examples on different community services that FCCLA does.
Hey, Calallen, I'm Brian Ford. So, Coach Luna, y'all had an FCCLA competition this weekend. How did it go?
So on Friday, we went to the Region 5 conference at the American Bank Center with FCCLA. This year, our group got to take 2 boards for spotlight projects. I'm very proud of them. Our group grew. So last year, we only had 3, and this year we had 6 participants. One did community service and the other did family first. You may have seen our table out there during lunchtime. They were promoting for families, and then community service is all that we do all year long. Unfortunately, we didn't go to the next round for state, but I'm still proud of them because everything we do on campus is appreciated. We do a lot for our community and for everyone here, so I'm very proud of them.
Thank you, Coach Luna. Back to the studio.
As many of you know, February is Black History Month, which celebrates the amazing contributions made by African Americans. Let's see who we are honoring today.
In continuation of Black History Month, today we celebrate Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was a civil rights activist, most known for being arrested in Alabama. She was arrested for disorderly conduct after refusing to give up her bus seat to a white man. Thank you, and back to the anchors.
CMS students will be visiting the high school to check out our amazing CTE courses as well as our fine arts programs. Mrs. Duke tells us what to expect.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Ms. Duke. Ms. Duke, I heard that the 8th graders are coming to the high school. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, they'll be here on Tuesday, February 18th. We're going to have 2 shifts, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. They're going to be touring all our CTE programs and our fine arts programs, and we're going to showcase all the wonderful programs we have here so that they're ready and can make great decisions on their course selections when they get here to the high school.
All right, thank you, Ms. Duke. Back to the studio.
Last week, we talked about the international trips that will be coming up in the summer of 2026. Sponsors have an important meeting coming up this Thursday. Here's Mrs. McLean to tell us about that once again.
Good morning, Cats. I'm here with Miss McLean. Miss McLean, you, Miss Swanson, and Mr. Hernandez are going to be planning international trips for this summer. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we are going to be offering 3 different international tours to you guys to be able to join us on, and it's for summer 2026, so not this summer, but next year, summer, June. And so Miss Swanson's going to be leading the tour to Australia and New Zealand. I'm going to be leading the tour to Vienna, Prague, and Budapest, and then Mr. Hernandez is going to be leading the tour to England, Ireland, and Scotland. And so during our tours, we're going to be doing a lot of sightseeing, trying all the local delicacies, and doing some, fun little shopping and whatnot. But if you would like all the juicy details about our tours, we are having a meeting at 6 p.m. on February 6th. So please come out and hear all about our tours.
That sounds great, and let's turn it back to the studio.
Mrs. Johns had a penny lab which will take a look into the intermolecular forces of chemistry. Mrs. Johns explains the first part the students are engaging in.
I'm Eli, and I'm here with Mrs. John. Mrs. John, I heard you're doing a penny lab.
Well, yeah, we're using a penny, but actually we're doing an intermolecular forces lab. So we're starting the unit today, and as a pre-investigation before we actually take any notes or do anything like that, I'm having them drop 3 different substances on a penny, and they're going to count how many drops they can put on there, because there's something called an intermolecular force which sticks molecules together, and each one of those has a different type of intermolecular force. And so what they're going to be able to do, hopefully after we go through it and then start kind of talking about the material, be able to tell me which ones did, predict why, or explain why one could hold more drops than the other one based on the type of intermolecular force that's holding those drops together.
That sounds very interesting. Thank you.
We spoke with Mr. Jones to get an update on how one-act play is progressing. Let's send it over to Medea for more.
Hey cats, I'm Medea and I'm here with Mr. Jones today. So Mr. Jones, I'm here to ask you about any updates on One Act. Can you tell us all about how it's going?
Yeah, so we've been about a month and a half in the rehearsal process, just getting the show up on its feet, blocking it, working it, just making sure all the moment to moment is good within the play. We have our first clinic on February 20th. So basically we'll bring in a professional judge that does other contests to watch ours so they can give us some feedback, things we can improve on before our first contest on March 19th.
Okay, well, good luck to y'all. That's it from me. Now back to the studio.
Autumn is running for Color Time Student of the Week, so don't forget to go vote for that. We spoke to her to see how she feels about running and if she thinks she'll win. Let's listen to her.
Hey cats, I'm Grant. I'm here with Autumn. I heard you're ready for Student of the Week. Can you tell me about that and all your accomplishments?
Well, this week I was nominated by Color Times for Student of the Week, and it's just like a well-rounded student. And I recently moved to a 5 in my class, so I'm really happy about that. And school, I just had to balance it with volleyball, and yeah, I'm just really excited.
What school are you going to go to?
I'm going to Texas A&M College Station.
That's awesome. Thank you, and back to the studio.
Coming up, the robotics team is having another competition. If you see any of the robotics students in the hallway, be sure to wish them the best of luck. We spoke with some people involved in robotics to get some more information. Let's send it to them.
Hey cats, I'm here with Mr. Eason. So I heard robotics has something going on this weekend. Could you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so we've got our semi-area competition on Saturday. So this is the first postseason competition. So our 2 teams, Engineers and Nanonites, they both did really, really well at our end of season championship about a week and a half ago. While the Engineers ended up about 7th, and the Nanonites ended up about 8th rank out of about 22 teams in our league. The Engineers were able to not only win a Think Award for their presentation, their interview, they were also able to advance. So that's what this competition is the semi-area. So depending on how well they do here, there's going to be more teams there, think about 32, and of course all of these other teams have basically been the best of their leagues. So we're going to be competing at a much higher level competition at this one, and so we're going to see if we can keep going and make it to state this year. So.
Well, that sounds absolutely amazing. Well, thank you. Back to the studio.
If you've been paying attention to the show recently, you know that Mrs. Burkhart's class has been working on a lab. We have the follow-up for that lab, let's send it to her.
Hey cats, I'm here with Callie and Noah. So Callie, can you tell me about part 2 of y'all's lab y'all been working on?
Yeah, so in part 2 of our lab, we were taking a CD and we removed the opening film of the CD and we passed light through it so that it created a pattern on the wall, and we measured something called the second fringe to figure out the width of the slits in the CD.
And Noah, can you tell me about part 3?
Yeah, at part 3 of the lab, we were trying to find the width of our hair by shining lasers at it and looking at the constructive and destructive interference of the light waves, and that made it able to measure the width of our hair.
And what about the instruments y'all been working on?
Yeah, so to demonstrate sound again, we were tasked with creating a musical instrument, and we created a sort of slapophone, and we played the song Sticky by Tyler, the Creator.
And how can you further explain your instrument?
Yeah, so slapophones, basically how they work is we had 8 pieces of PVC pipe that we cut down, and we used an equation to figure out the length of PVC we're going to need to produce different frequencies. So we looked at the notes we needed for the melody and for the bass notes of the song Sticky, and we cut the pipes at that at that length to produce the correct frequencies for the song.
Well, thank y'all so much. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Man, I knew physics was a complex thing. I've taken physics before, but that's some serious next level stuff. In case you were wondering, the Spanish National Honor Society applications are now available. You can pick up the applications in Mrs. Rivera's room number 316.
Now let's send it over to Addie for Wildcat Media.
Thank you, anchors, and welcome back to Wildcat Media. Wildcat Media is sponsored by Sonic, America's Drive-In. Baseball season has started up, and they just had their first practice last week. We wish them a great season, and we know that they're super excited for their new field. To check more out on that, at Calallen Baseball. That's all from us. Back to the anchors.
Thank you, Addie.
And now let's send it to Emma with the rundown on sports right after this quick break.
Hey Wildcats, tonight both basketball teams play against Laredo Harmony. Girls varsity is at 6:15 and boys varsity is at 7:30. Thank you and back to the studio.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Calallen Wildcat Sports is brought to you by Southern Charm Home Cooking. Our Lady Cat softball team has their annual meet, the Wildcat Night, this Wednesday at 6 p.m. It'll be a fun event, so be sure to head on over. We spoke with Coach Razzo to get some more information. Let's send it over to them.
Hey Cats, today I'm here at Coach Razzo. So Coach, softball season is starting up. Can you tell me some fun things that are happening?
Yeah, actually we have our new field, all turf field, new dugouts that just opened this season, and they're pretty awesome the way we have our new facilities out there. We're also going to be having the ring ceremony tonight, and also meet the Wildcats. You meet the varsity and the JV will both be out there as well.
And then next Tuesday, y'all have y'all's first game. Can you tell me what it is?
Yeah, the first game to open the season 2025 is going to be against Victoria East at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday.
Well, guys, if you're not busy next Tuesday, make sure to go watch softball, and good luck to y'all. Back to the studio.
Our amazing tennis team had a match last Friday. They were super successful. We spoke with Coach Nelson to get the rundown on that. Let's send it over to him.
Hey, Calallen, I'm Brian Ford. I'm here with Coach Nelson. So, Coach Nelson, y'all had a tournament this past Friday for tennis. How'd that go?
It went really well. I thought that the players played with a lot of heart. We didn't really finish like we wanted to in the tournament. I think there's lots of room for improvement, but all the players are super eager and excited to get out to practice and just fine-tune a lot of things. I think that there was just a lot of unforced errors at the last tournament. There was a lot of opportunity for success. We just didn't execute. So I think we're just all looking forward to tweak a lot of things, work on a lot of things, and come out this weekend to Battle the Bay and just play really well.
All right, thank you. Back to the studio.
For those of you that are interested in track, we have a track update. Coach Gonzalez is here to tell us some information about their first meet this Thursday. Let's send it over to them.
Good morning, Kyle, and I'm here with Coach Gonzalez. Can you tell me about the track meet on Thursday?
Yes, we're having our first track meet of the season in Beeville this week, Thursday. It'll be a tri-meet. I believe West Oso will also be there. So we're looking to get every kid on the track, get every kid to throw and run and jump to see who's going to be the better ones for the rest of the year.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Now back to the studio.
And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Emma.
And now it's time for your local weather forecast with Brandon right after this short break.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Here are the forecasts brought to you by Baytech Robinson Families. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm kind of sad to say that those heat is dying down a little bit, but not too much though. Looking at our current conditions, 68 degrees with cloudy skies with southeast winds of 9 miles per hour and 25% chances of rain. Now looking at our regional dot bar right here for today, we could see there's some rain coming up in the Gulf Coast right here, coming up to the Corpus Christi area, with our current alerts here being today a dense fog advisory from the coastal waters to 12 p.m. Now looking at our 2 through 10, 77 degrees with 15 southeast winds, seeing that the clouds are going to clear up into some sunny skies. And at 6 p.m., 72 degrees with 11 east-southeast winds. And at 10 p.m., 68 degrees with 9 east-southeast winds. Now looking at a 3-day outlook here today, Wednesday we're going to be having a little bit of scattered storms, or scatter rainstorms, I'm sorry, 81 degrees with a 35% chance of rain. On Thursday, though, it's going to be clearing up to partially cloudy skies, 84 degrees with a 0% chance of rain. And on Friday, 86 degrees with a 5% chance of rain with cloudy skies. And with that, let's take it back to the anchors.
Thank you, Brandon.
And that's all your announcements for today. Now it's time for your joke of the day. So guys, how much do roofs cost?
I don't know, James. How much?
Well, nothing to us. They're always on the house.
Wow.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at CalallenTV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos. And as always,
Stay classy, Calallen.